How to lose that fat on the side that seems stuck to your body and won't go away. You lose weight, lose inches, but it stays there, intact, as if your body refuses to get rid of it, right? This fat is really hard to get rid of for several reasons that you'll discover now, but there is, yes, a way to speed up fat burning in this area and finally eliminate those famous flanks that bother so much. If you've tried everything and still haven't succeeded, don't worry. What you're about to see really works and will finally make that fat go away. Let's go! What are flanks? Flanks are the little fat pockets that sit on the side of your waist. Many people call them flanks, but the real name is this. And look, if you feel like this area tends to accumulate more fat than the rest of your body, it's not just in your head. And now, here's an important detail where many go wrong. The caloric deficit can't be too extreme. If you cut too many calories, you'll feel weak, lacking energy to work out, and worse yet, you might end up losing muscle mass instead of fat. The ideal is a slight deficit, which allows you to stay active and be able to do the exercises that will really help sculpt that area. Flanks are the little fat pockets that sit on the side of your waist. Many people call them flanks, but the real name is this. And look, if you feel like this area tends to accumulate more fat than the rest of your body, it's not just in your head. Flanks are mainly located in the external oblique, the side of the abdomen, and the lower back, the lower part of the back. And the body just loves to store fat there. This is genetic. Plus, this is an area we almost never activate in everyday life. Unlike the legs, which we use all the time to walk, climb stairs, and even get up from a chair, the flanks just sit there quietly with little stimulation. And guess what? What we don't use, the body understands it can become a fat store. And it doesn't stop there. This area is also tricky to train because there isn't a single miracle exercise that will make the fat disappear. But don't worry, that doesn't mean you're stuck with flanks forever. There are smart ways to activate this area and help your body burn the fat there. Let's start with the first step, the caloric deficit. Now that you understand what flanks are, let's talk about how to get rid of them. And the first step is something that you can't avoid, the diet with a caloric deficit, which has a very important detail. A caloric deficit simply means consuming fewer calories than your body uses throughout the day. So, if you burn 2,000 calories, you need to eat a little less than that for your body to use the stored fat as an energy source. This is essential for losing fat, not just from the flanks, but from any part of the body. Unfortunately, you can't choose where the fat will come off first. The body decides on its own. Some people lose fat first in their face, others in their arms, and flanks are usually one of the last areas to decrease. This can be frustrating, but it means that with patience and consistency, the results will appear. Also, it's not just about eating less, it's about eating better. Prioritize whole foods, rich in nutrients, and drink plenty of water. This helps reduce water retention and bloating in the waist area, making the flanks less noticeable. After all, sometimes that bloated belly feeling isn't just fat, but retained liquids. So, before thinking about exercises, make sure your diet is balanced. Now, let's move on to the next part. How to activate these two areas and accelerate results. Let's activate and strengthen these areas with exercises. When you strengthen an area of the body, your body's tendency is not to store fat there. This happens because the body loves to store fat where there is little activation. And this is where exercises to activate the external oblique and lower back come in. The more you work these muscles, the more your body will focus on burning fat instead of storing it. So, the goal is to increase activation in this area so that the body feels motivated to release the fat there instead of storing it. And for this, I'm going to show you 3 exercises to activate and strengthen the external oblique and 3 exercises for the lower back. Let's start with exercises for the external oblique. The first exercise we'll do is the crunch with rotation. This exercise is great because it engages both the front of the abdomen and the side muscles, the external obliques. By rotating the torso, you are directly recruiting the obliques, which helps to strengthen the area while burning calories. This exercise will strengthen the muscles in this area and over time will help you reduce the flanks. Remember, consistency is key. Second exercise, the plank. The plank. This is a classic and super effective exercise that strengthens the entire body, but with a special focus on the core area, where the external obliques and lower back are. And the best part? It requires no equipment, and you can do it anywhere. The plank will require you to keep the body stable, without letting the hips drop, or rise too much. To ensure that you're activating the right area, focus on contracting the abdominal muscles and the side of the torso while holding the position. Hold the position for 20 to 30 seconds, or as long as you can, and gradually increase it as your strength and endurance improve. The plank helps activate the core muscles, especially the obliques, and is great for improving posture, reducing bloating, and of course, reducing fat in the love handle area. The longer you can hold the position, the more you will be strengthening this region and preventing fat buildup. Third exercise, the side plank. The side plank will give a huge boost to activating your external obliques. This is a super powerful exercise that focuses even more on the sides of the torso, helping to sculpt and strengthen the flanks very effectively. The side plank is perfect because it directly targets the external obliques and the lower back, in addition to being excellent for improving the stability and endurance of the core. And as a bonus, it also helps to strengthen the shoulders and glutes. Hold the position for 20 to 30 seconds, then repeat on the other side. When performing the side plank, you'll intensely activate the external obliques, and this will help reduce fat in the love handle area while strengthening this region. Remember, keep the body straight, without letting the hips drop, and focus on the abdominal contraction during the exercise. Now let's work directly on the lower back, which is essential for improving posture and reducing fat on the flanks. The first exercise we will address is the lower back extension on the Roman chair, which is a great way to strengthen the lower back and improve the activation of the muscles in the lower back area. The lower back extension on the Roman chair helps recruit the lower back muscles and improve core strength overall. By strengthening this area, you will help improve posture, prevent injuries, and, of course, make it easier to burn fat in the flank area. This exercise will help strengthen the muscles in the lower back, providing more stability and endurance for your core, which in turn contributes to reducing fat in the flank area. Additionally, it will improve posture, making your body more aligned and balanced. Now let's move on to the second exercise for the lower back, which is the sumo deadlift. This is one of the most complete exercises to work the core muscles, especially the lower back, and it also helps in overall body strengthening. When performed correctly, the deadlift not only strengthens the back, but also activates the legs, glutes, and core, making it a key movement for improving posture and preventing injuries. This exercise is amazing because, while working the lower back, it also activates the glutes, legs, and core overall, which will positively impact the reduction of fat in the flank area. Furthermore, the deadlift is fundamental for improving posture, preventing back pain, and avoiding injuries. Since it is a compound and high-intensity movement, it helps increase overall strength, which makes you burn more calories and improve body composition. Avoid any overload, start with a light weight, learn the execution first, and gradually increase it as you gain strength and confidence. Third and final exercise for the lower back, bend over row. This exercise is excellent for strengthening the upper back, core, and lower back. It helps improve posture and also activates the abdominal and glute muscles. Additionally, the bent over row is also effective for improving the endurance of the lower back and increasing spine stability. Benefits for the flanks. Just like the deadlift, the bend over row activates the muscles of the lower back and improves the overall core strength, contributing to fat burning on the flanks. Now, in addition to following a calorie deficit diet and doing exercises to strengthen and activate the external obliques and lower back, there is another thing that helps a lot in reducing localized fat in the flanks. What is lymphatic drainage? It plays a fundamental role in helping to reduce fat in the flanks. And I'm going to explain why. When you are in a caloric deficit, it means that you are consuming fewer calories than your body needs to function. And what happens when you don't consume enough calories? Your body starts using the stored fat as a source of energy. Then, by strengthening the muscles of the external oblique and the lower back, you are activating these areas that, normally, aren't worked much in everyday life. Lymphatic drainage, by stimulating circulation and eliminating retained fluids, will reduce bloating and the feeling of heaviness in the flank region. What happens because of this? When the body is not as swollen and overloaded with fluid retention, the fat localized in areas like the flanks becomes more visible, which helps to define the area. Due to the fact that the drainage makes the fat more visible inside the body, it's as if you are telling your body, hey, you can use this fat here from the flanks as a source of energy. So, in summary, A diet with a low caloric deficit so you continue to have strength and energy, plus all the exercises to strengthen both the external oblique and the lower back and lymphatic drainage. Without a doubt, over time, the flanks will disappear from your body. I know it's a lot, but believe me, the results are amazing. I hope you put it into practice and achieve your dream body. Subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications, because here you will always find the truth without deception and content that will really help you achieve your health, wellness, and weight loss goals. You deserve to take care of yourself. You deserve to feel good with your body and with your life. I'm rooting for you, and I can't wait to hear about your progress. Remember, you are amazing. A kiss, God bless, and see you in the next video.